So yeah, I created a gum, and today is the day I get to tell you about it. Now, why did a dentist create another gum? I'll tell you, but you gotta know the backstory a little bit to understand this. So in 2018, I'm at a lecture at NYU, and I'm learning about childhood development. And my childhood and my career came smashing together in a way I never expected it to. See, I started Breathe Modern Dentistry because I wanted to transform lives. And what I learned was that most of the expertise I was developing was actually just learning to treat problems that I was very late to the party for. See, most of those problems that I were treating on a daily basis and making a living by were actually just stemming from poor childhood development that occurred between the ages of like 4 and 12, ages that I wasn't even treating at the time. Shortly after, we started treating children because I couldn't ignore that anymore. And then that developed into Element 8, our childhood smile, oral, and facial development division. See, Element 8 is oxygen on the periodic table. And if we don't breathe through our nose, critical step number 1, we don't develop the nasal passages the way they were supposed to. If we don't do that, our tongue can't stay in the roof of our mouth and support the palate and grow the upper part of our jaw as well. The third thing that needs to happen is our lips need to stay together. If they don't, our soft tissue and our muscles don't pull on the jaw in the right direction and in the right way to help the jaws grow. And 4 is we need to chew really dense, hard foods on a daily basis like we used to 100+ years ago. The problem is we don't chew hard foods anymore. Our kids swallow things from pouches. They don't actually have to chew them anymore to eat. And as a result, all of our children are developing faces that are not big enough and full enough for their teeth to come in properly, for their airway to be big enough, and so on. So I treat most of these things now daily between Breathe on the back end, Element 8 on the front end, and we can see magnificent changes, especially when we treat children. But the fourth thing, that hard diet, that hard chewing, that was something that I never really had any control over or really any way to help. So over the last 2 years, I've been working on a solution, and today I get to tell you what that is. It's called Blossom. It's the world's first myofunctional chewing gum. So yeah, it's good for your teeth, and it helps remineralize and strengthen teeth. I'm a dentist, of course I'm gonna do that. But 2 is it's very, very, very dense and strong, so much so that your children will get the dietary resistance that modern diets are now lacking. So they can develop the jaws in the way that they're supposed to without having to fight them on a daily basis. My goal was to make sure that myself, and including you guys, could feel like heroes as parents without the daily fight of making your children do something they didn't want to do, like chewing carrots all day or chewing turnips like we used to. So that is what Blossom is. I've also got 2 aids to help with the program of giving lip seal and proper nasal breathing back to our children. So one's gonna be nasal strips for kids that are stuffy, have allergies, and so on. This can be used in tandem while chewing the gum for 15 minutes at a time to really ensure that they're breathing through the nose. Because remember, breathing through the nose is what makes the nasal passages actually expand. If they don't breathe through their nose, that's not gonna happen. And then the other option is chewing tape. This is different than like lip tape. I don't want kids to be wearing lip tape at night. That's dangerous, and the research doesn't prove that it works. But if they use this while chewing the gum, it's giving them the neurological signals to remember to keep their lips together. And as they do that, the jaw begins to develop, and as a result, they can eventually stop using this. So both of those aids are designed so that your children can get away from using them and not need to use them. Overall, the gum, I recommend that to every kid. That's to be something that's like a staple in our life. I have my sons chew it right after their meals, when they go home from school, you name it. But 3 times a day, 15, 20 minutes a day, you'd be shocked at how well that can create a system that's working together in the right way. So those 4 critical components can be established. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for everybody that helped me develop this product. Brett, Dustin, my dental partner, my partners in this business. David Rivas, who's done all the graphics, the designs, etc. He's been instrumental. Brandon Gaffney, who helped me with the logos. So many different people had their hands in this, including my myofunctional therapist, patients, children's at our practice. I mean, it's been a long effort that's finally coming to fruition. I can't believe it's here today. This is amazing, and I get to announce it. So please go to blossomgum.com. Check out our website. You can learn more there. I've got research there. I've got more supportive information there. You can learn more about my backstory, how I came up with this, and so on. If you are one of the first 500 families to order, there's going to be special perks for you. Those are on the website too. And then lastly, please follow our social links, our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and so on. If you'll follow those, you'll get to see more about the backstory, the steps along the way as we went and developed this product. And then you'll be privy to all the information coming down the pipe and all the education that I plan to share so that you can be a better parent, more informed parent, and more importantly, we can help our children begin developing the way they're supposed to and avoiding all these issues that, again, I make a living by treating. We really need to change something when 8 out of 10 kids need braces and half of us need wisdom teeth extracted. That's a problem. It's a man-made problem. So I have a man-made solution. I hope you guys will check it out, blossomgum.com. Thank you again for watching. I'm so excited to share. I hope you guys have a great day.